What's up, Riveteers? It's Spencer with CoolMiniOrNot, and we've got a giant update for you today. We're going to be talking about all the stuff you're going to get in your Wave 2, plus the expansions we got coming for Rivet Wars. So let's try to move through this as quickly as possible so you're not watching an hour-long video of all the awesome stuff we have coming. First and foremost, we've got this unassuming Blitzkrieg box. Doesn't look like much, but what's inside is amazing. Let's pop it open and take a look at all this stuff you're going to get in your Blitzkrieg box. Hold this bad boy back, flip these open. Right on top, we got this cardboard box inside a cardboard box. Has your lithograph, your like mini poster basically. You got your faction dice. You got your patches for both factions. You have additional damage markers. The box we were sent actually has 24. It says 12. We actually got 24, so I don't know if that's going to be the case for all of them. Hopefully so, because if you get a little bonus, we're happy with that, you're happy with that, everybody's happy with that. We also have these to mark onto your tanks. Awesome. And then we have the cards for all the guys contained in the Blitzkrieg box. I want to point out real quick, these are already out of a shrink wrap that they came in because we want to make sure all the cards were inside the box we were sent to make sure everything matched up. So yours will be shrink wrapped and in a nice, neat case, right? So that's the first part of that. Let's pull this aside here. Let's pull the first vacuum form tray we got. All these extra troops. As you can see, this is just one of 3. All right. This is your first. This is kind of your infantry. Plus you got your special unit heroes in here as well. And then let's move him aside. Just as in your main box, you got a white sheet covering these so these dudes don't pop out. Then you got your heroes and some additional mono wheels. I like this guy, he's just upside down. And then we got these heroes here, right? So all your Kickstarter heroes set aside in this vacuum form tray as well. Pull that aside. And your bikes, your machine gunners, and additional tanks. So again, as you can tell with all this stuff, just a ton of stuff in this box. And that doesn't even get into these additional things we have on the side, right? But everybody's getting the Blitzkrieg box, and as you can see, it is awesome. A ton of stuff. So let's pack this stuff up real quick. All right, so we've packed up our Blitzkrieg box. That took a little while, so we cut that part out. There was a lot to put back. So let's move on to the next thing. We have this super limited edition Rivet Wars art book. This is an add-on, and we're very happy with the way this came out. Super nice matte finish on the front, and as you can see, nice matte finish on the back as well with awesome artwork. Let's flip open the pages real quick. You can see these pages are all real high quality. We've got stuff from like images of the play testing of the game, as well as we can flip through here and see some of the original sketches. And we've got some painted miniatures. So a lot of cool stuff in this book. Again, it was a limited add-on. We only made a few hundred of these. Everyone has the option to download the PDF who is part of the Kickstarter. However, if you made the choice to purchase this, you made a good call because it's going to be a real limited edition collector's item in the future. All right, let's move on to the next thing we got, which is some of these single individual heroes, right? Here's the R100. Again, his individual box. You can pop him open real quick. Show off how these packaged is kind of cool. He's got a vacuum form tray with a vacuum form tray cover over it. So he's not popping out anywhere. You can flip open and let him out. And then his card is individually wrapped by itself behind it. So you can take a look at him there. And you can see there how he's packaged up, packaged real nice, and he has his plug and his standard unit base there. Let's move on to the next one. Put him back in his box. Next we got the Jetpacker. And again, you can tell that these guys are all their own individual colors so that they're easy to identify when they're on the battlefield. Same deal, box comes out, card nice and neat behind the unit. And then the unit's inside of this shrink wrap where you can, this vacuum form tray, which you can see there. He's got the plug and the unit itself. So let's just move through the other couple guys we've got so you can see how they look up close and personal. Let's put back the Jetpacker there. We got Baby Girl. Pull her card out. Both her character and her plug. Be nice. As you can see, this stuff is packaged very, very well. Something that we put a lot of thought into. We got Rosie the Riveter. Not the Riveteer, the Riveter. Pull her back and let's pull out Atomic Robo. It's going to come out the side. All these guys are side loading, or opening. Again, card fits right behind there. And put him back. Slide his card back where it belongs. The veteran. And the man in charge. His card is still inside there. As you can tell, all of these characters have the same high quality as the base game. They look great, and the cool thing is that some of these heroes come with both their unit and their plug, so you can kind of do the two forms of them. Very, very cool ideas and high quality sculpts and miniatures. Something that Rivet Wars has become really well known for this early on in its life, right? All right, so next we're going to look at the Kickstarter add-ons we had that are kind of the versus boxes, one character versus another box, right? We have Elsa Frost here versus Cherami. Gonna pop this open again. Just to give you an idea of how well these things are packaged, we were very pleased with these final boxes. Again, they all have this front stuff. And the cards have kind of slipped out of the case here. They're supposed to go right there normally, and they will be in your box. And you can see there the characters and the plugs. Next we got McLeod's Guardian and Baron Munchin's Guards. See those guys there. Nice full set. We have the vertical tank, the M3 vertical tank, and the Landskrieger. There's their cards and their guys. And again, you can see they all have their plugs, their tops and their plugs, so you can plug in your heroes that we just looked at, as well as any of the other buff plugs that we are going to put out in the future. Super cool looking. Finally, we got the Stromrad, and the M7 Boss. And we are very happy with the way these guys came out. It's like a giant mono wheel. And then this guy, actually, as you can see here, his little punching arm sticks out of the box a little bit. The vacuum form tray fits nicely over it. Very, very cool. Very, very cool. All right, that's it for the Kickstarter add-ons. Let's move on to the expansions that we have coming out, but that if you backed, you will get in Wave 2. So here we have the War Room, which is additional characters. Pull them out, let you take a look at them. And this is Uncle Rivet, Terra Nova, General Paxton in his power suit, the Iron Chancellor, Cruel Mini, and General Rommel in his Jeep. And then we have a neutral character, Dr. Vorn, who's the little skull-headed dude there. Next we have the Spearhead expansion with a ton of stuff in it. As you can see, this box is huge as well. This is going to go retail, but again, you're going to get in Wave 2 if you did the Kickstarter. So you can check this stuff out. A little accident here. This one popped out, slid off here. Mostly what you want to see about the Spearhead box is not only the number of cool stuff you get, and you get the dogs and some additional turns and stuff like that, but we also have the blue damage markers. Well, they're not damage markers this time, they're buff markers. Basically, you use them to buff the characters, but they still slot into the bases just like damage markers would. Super cool, adds another level to the game, and again, just another little nod of detail that we paid in Rivet Wars to make sure that everything fits together so you don't have a bunch of chips laying on the table. Instead, they're fitting into the base of the units. Very, very cool. Put that away. Next, we have Rivet Wars Second Wave. Pop this bad boy open. This is some of the bigger stuff. As you can see, we've got the big tanks, and then we've got some of the plugs and heroes. And again, this is kind of the larger armies type stuff that you'll have in your game once this expansion comes out. Here's the retail box for the terrain pack. Again, awesome looking art. Just pop this open so you can see what this terrain pack looks like. Got 2 vacuum foam trays. Here's the first one with your barbed wire, your tank traps, and your landmines, and your flags for when you capture points. And over here, we got your bunkers and capture points, basically. Looks good. All very nice. Last but not least, something a lot of people have been asking for, we have additional tiles. And of course, as usual, we want more tiles so we can have bigger maps and we can expand up to 4-player games, especially once we have all these expansions out. You guys can start dividing your armies up with your friends and do multiple general playthroughs and stuff like that. All right, so that's what we have for you guys today. Like I said, it was a huge update. I hope you're very excited. We are. We're getting closer and closer to having this stuff done. We'll have another update for you soon about the planes and the tanks, so stay tuned for that.